Hello, my beautiful yogi friends. Welcome. Today, our practice is for our backs. So it's full body. We are going to do lots of movements to get into the back and to the lats and along the spine. As we go through the practice, remember, modify as much as you want to. We're going to play with some engaging and contracting the musculature before we go into the Yin Yoga. You will need a couple of blocks. I recommend 3 blocks and either a bolster or some pillows. I'm using 2 big pillows. Okay, so as we get started, you're gonna come onto the mat, take your hands under your shoulders, and you're gonna round through the spine into your cat, and then arch into your cow, tuck your toes. And just go through the movements, okay? We're just gonna move around a little bit on the mat. So walk both hands over to the right side and then round again. And go ahead and arch, look up into the sky, tilt your tail up. And this time you're going to round and stretch back and really feel that length through the side body as you come on down. Arch forward. And again, round, sit all the way back. Okay, let's walk our hands back through to center. Come on up into a tabletop. Hands come right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips, round through the spine. And then arch. Let's inhale, connect to the breath. And then move over towards your left side. Again, round. And now go into your cow. Side bending, look up. And this time, round, stay here, and sit all the way back. And let's go ahead and arch forward. Now round again with the side bend, sit back, stay there for a moment. Now come through to center, and let's go ahead and side bend over to the right side. So take your knees to the left side of your mat, take your upper body to the right side of the mat. Take your left hand down into the earth, push your right hand down. Now inhale, lift up, lift the heart, and then drag the earth away with your left hand. Push down with your right hand. Push into your left sits bone just a little bit, so really weight that sits bone, your ischial tuberosity, down. And then now melt down. Melt down here, just soften. Now gently push into the earth, come on up. Then we're gonna move towards center. Pause here for a moment and move your knees towards the right side of your mat. Have a seat back, walk your hands over towards the left. Right hand comes down. Left hand pushes and helps you to spiral and torque. Right hand drag the earth or the mat towards you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Stay here for a moment. Again, adding some weight into that right hip, right into the sits bone. Inhale, lift a little bit more. Exhale, and start to melt down. Okay, now slowly come back up. Let's come towards center and sit back one more time into your child's pose. Rest your forehead down. And from here, I want you to take a Brahmari breath. So you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, say Om with your mouth closed, okay? So it sounds like this. One more. Inhale. And release. See what you're showing up with. See what you're holding on to emotionally, physically. And then reassure yourself that whatever is going on right now, you are exactly where you need to be in this moment. You're in this precise moment in time, and whether it's a little bit of stress or back pain or a lot, or maybe you don't have any at all, and you're just shining your light a little brighter today, whatever it is, that's okay. That is perfect. Now I invite you to come on up. We're going to grab onto a bolster or a pillow, and you're going to take it right into your belly, and you're going to start to melt forward. We're going to just stay here for a little bit, okay? So take a moment and rock your weight from side to side on those sits bones again. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and then exhale, drape yourself over. Stay with this. And just melt here. Now we're going to take the right hand down, reach towards your foot, so your right foot, left hand, right foot, but you don't have to grab the foot, okay? You can just take your hand over to the side or your forearm and start to investigate a twist here, okay? So inhale, lift the heart up, push into the earth and start to spiral. Give that kidney, both of the kidneys, but especially your right kidney, a little bit of love. Inhaling, lift, 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 lift. Exhale and start to soften. Again, inhale, spiral. Now I want you to lengthen through the back of the legs, and whatever you're holding on to, hold on to your leg or maybe the earth, start to find that play, start to stretch away, lifting the heart, stretch and open, keep spiraling, but there's some force pulling you down at the same time. So twisting and folding. And then, of course, we're going to soften. Maybe drop your head down. And if you have a block, you can use a block to support your head too. And maybe take that arm behind you, come into a half bind. Now, some of you may want to play with getting rid of that and coming forward. Okay, now let's release that. Come on up. look from side to side. And pause here. And take a moment and just stretch out through your legs, through the feet. Maybe take some ankle rolls here. Connect to the breath. Maybe stick out your tongue. Maybe a smile. Okay, let's try that again. We're going to twist over to the other side. So as everything starts to surface, yoga really helps to cultivate that energy that moves through us, that contentment, okay? So when you're in these poses, sometimes they get a little surly, they get a little uncomfortable. That's okay. Okay, but again, you go to your degree. Just be okay with a little bit of discomfort, okay? Grab onto the earth, the pillow, whatever feels right, and then grab the foot and start to twist over to your left. Maybe reach the arm up. And maybe take a half bind if you want to, and then lift the heart. So feel a nice torque here. Inhale, lift the heart up, twist, pull your left shoulder back, and at the same time, pull yourself forward with that right arm. Open through the backs of your legs, pull your sits bones towards each other, keep lengthening through the lower back. And when you're ready, we are going to just melt on down. Stay with this, or maybe play with moving your pillow away. Okay, friends, gently release. Whew. Again, look from side to side. Okay, let's take those blocks aside, and we're going to use maybe 1 or 2 pillows, okay? I'm gonna start here. You're gonna take your blocks and build them up a little bit, okay? You are welcome to come onto your forearms as well, so if it's too much on your hands, then go ahead and bend and drop down like you would in dolphin. So this would be the first option here, resting your forehead down, maybe keeping the arms extended, but my forehead is supported, so come on up to the degree that you need. Lift your hips up and back. You can pile as many blocks as you need to get that support, so you're not pushing too much into the shoulders or the arms. Again, we are cultivating an edge in our yin practice, so you should feel a nice opening through the back of the legs and the lower back here. slowly drop on down, friends. We're going to come back and take that pillow in front of you. Just take a rest here for a moment, okay? Okay, let's slowly come on up, and we're going to take our pillows over to the left side of the mat. We're going to come to the long side of the mat. You're going to press your hands into the earth, lift the hips up, okay, and just take a moment here. We're going to press from side to side into the earth, just rocking from side to side. You can hold on to opposite hand to opposite elbow, or you can push your hands into the earth. And take your props, so your pillows and your blocks, over to the side so you can access them, okay? So I'm building a little shelf. You can also use a bench here too, okay? And we're going to walk our feet over towards the right side of the mat and then lengthen through the right side body, okay? So really get some space here. Inhale, get long. Exhale, drape yourself down into the earth. Inviting in that new energy. And then play with walking your feet a little closer together or a little wider. So for me right now, that sensation is a little bit deeper when my feet are more parallel and a little closer together. So you can play with that. Maybe rock your head out from side to side and cultivate a sense of ease and an edge. So maybe bending the knees is what you need today, and maybe lengthening through the legs, or maybe playing with one straight leg and one bent leg. So if you extend your right leg and bend the left leg, you can feel a nice opening through that right hip. And then start to straighten both legs and bend the legs and straighten and hang a little bit more. Okay, let's release that. Shake your head from side to side. Maybe a yes, a big yes, and a nice big no. Okay, come on down into a squat, malasana, and pause here for a moment. Just take a moment here. Take whatever variation you need to. take our props over to the right. So let's keep them right over there. And we're going to come back forward onto our hands and knees. Pause here for a moment. Let's just play with me for a little bit. So push down into your right hand, reach your left arm up into the sky. Then drop that left hand down, right arm reaches up. And take that right hand down. Round through the spine and arch. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up. Let's come and hang over the legs. Give yourself a nice big yes, a no. Really rocking our world upside down today. So heel toe your feet towards the left side of your mat and walk your upper body over to the right on top of your props. And then just feel that nice stretch. Really get out of that hip. Start to invite in some more space and energy through the left side body, through the lower back, and also into the hips. And play with walking your feet out a little wider and maybe taking them in a little bit closer. And see what kind of sensations come up with that. And then let's move into bending the right leg, bending the left leg. And feeling those sensations in your back, and your hips, and your sits bones. And let's go ahead and keep the bend in the right leg, hi Bachi, and lengthen through the left leg. Let's go ahead and straighten both legs. Legs. And gently release, come through to center. We're going to take our hands down, drop to your knees, and stretch all the way down into a child's pose. Now friends, come on up and let's turn towards the right. So we are going to move into some variations of snail. Okay, grab onto your props. I'm gonna start with just one pillow and one block, okay? So if you have a bolster or a pillow, take it right underneath towards your hips, come onto your backside. Let me move over here. and come on down. Then from here, you're going to lift the hips up. So you're in a supported pose. It's very much like waterfall. We're going to just start here. And then you're going to start to lift your legs up and over. But we're going to use the support of the props to start. So lift your hips up and then just pause here, okay? So totally supported. Just reach your arms down. Lift your heart up. Feel that nice fold in your body, opening up the energy lines in the backs of the legs, the whole back of the body. And now play with this, okay? So you're going to play with a little bit of a chin tuck to open up through the cervical spine. And then a release coming into a neutral spine. If that felt okay, do it again. A little chin tuck, lengthening through the back of the neck. And then again, release your chin away. The back of my head is in towards the earth while I'm doing this. Again, chin tucks. And release. Okay, so if this sensation is enough for you, stay with this. If you want to, you can bring the block up a little bit higher. And even higher still, you can grab onto your hips and lift up and over. And playing with your chin placement again. So there's two schools of thought on this. You can keep the chin slightly tucked and decompress the cervical spine, or you can keep a neutral spine and the chin reaches away. There's two different goals for each, so it depends what you're looking for. And if you cough in any of these poses, there's a reflex back there that we usually activate in these poses, so it's perfectly natural. Okay, friends, let's lower the hips down. Pause here for a moment. You're going to just take your hips right on top of those props, whatever they are, the blocks or the bolsters, and take your right leg on top of the left leg and drag it across towards the right and look over to your left. Now let's change sides, come back through to center, right foot comes down, left leg crosses over the top of the right leg. A little gentle pressure on the outside of that thigh, and then look over towards the right. Okay, friends, release that. Windshields, wipe your legs across the mat a couple of times. And let's come towards the left. Push yourself down into the earth. Let's move the props away. And grab onto your pillow or your block, and we're gonna take it into our upper back, okay? I'm gonna use 2 today. I invite you to use 1 and then build up to 2, or you know your practice, go where you need to go. Before we recline back, take the right leg and take the ankle on top of the knee. Then you're going to begin to recline back and open the heart up. And go ahead and gently press into that right leg to open up through that hip flexor. Opening the heart, opening the hip. Feel the nice opening through your throat and some compression in the back. Okay, so we're gonna change legs. You can either do it lying down or go ahead and take that left foot on top of the right. And then release your legs. Maybe bring the soles of your feet together. Maybe extend your legs. Let's take the arms over our head, getting into the heart, lung energy lines. Okay, friends, support your head. Come on up, and we're gonna come onto our back side into final relaxation. So I'm spinning around because someone's borrowing part of my mat. Come onto your back and just notice what shifts. Notice what you're holding on to. Connect into that breath. Okay, if you would like to stay here a little bit longer, please do. Or you can wiggle the fingers and the toes, and then take your hands and gently press them together, creating some energy. Go ahead and take the hands right over your neck. Just hover the hands here. You don't have to even touch the skin. You can just hover them. Feel the warmth from your hands. Release, come to one side, and then push yourself up. Okay, root down through your sits bones, see what's going on here in the spine, in the body. Take your hands to your heart and thank yourself for showing up to make yourself feel better so that it trickles out into the world, shining your light. Opening your heart. Om Shanti, 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 Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. Beautiful friends, thank you so very much for joining me today. I encourage you to check out my Yin Yoga 30 days If you haven't already, it's a download that you can go get and start today. And I'd love to hear from you, so please comment below and let me know what you'd like to see. If you want to work on your psoas, or maybe it's your back or your heart chakra, I'd love to hear. Namaste, friends.